Good morning. I am going to make a small little arrangement in what is, I don't know if it's hard to tell the scale of this, but it's about 3 inches wide, and I've got a little pin frog in there with some water. But I just thought this morning I would make a small little arrangement with some of my pansies. And these pansies have actually been in water for almost 2 weeks now. I'm not kidding you. Pansies are such a great cut flower. You can even see that as some fade, basically they just continue to push up new blooms. So new blooms literally come into action right in the water. So gosh, I could probably get a month out of these. But I've just got 2 ingredients. So pansies, and these are a watercolor mix, as you can kind of see by the striations on the petals, and some very teeny tiny heuchera leaves from the garden that are really just like 1 to 2 inch stems, which I'm gonna play with around the edge of the pot. So let's get to it. And as the side shoots, here's a great example. This side shoot, which was the main event a week ago, has faded, and it has pushed out 2 new blooms. Albeit they're usually a little bit smaller than the original, but that's all right. I don't mind. Same thing, we'll just trim off the old bloom. I'm gonna short this guy. Trimming off the side. Any blooms that have faded. I don't know about you guys, but I am fighting an awful aphid infestation in my greenhouse right now. Well, greenhouse and outside. A lot of my pansies have been kicked outside because they are so infested. I do fertilize a little bit in the spring. Aphids love it when you fertilize, and the plants put on a lot of new green growth. So I probably invited them all in, but enough already. All right, kind of taking shape here. But usually I feel like over the course of the next month, the aphids I'm hoping are gonna move out, especially as I kick a lot of the stuff from the greenhouse outside. Hopefully those aphids will dissipate or move on. Sometimes things will move on you as you're arranging. Love it when they have a little bent to them. This guy's gonna come up front. Take advantage of their sway. I'm just removing any yellowing foliage. And you can see, if you look real closely right in there, here's where new growth is going to happen, which is why in week 2 I'm getting all of these fabulous side shoots. Okay. This one keeps wanting to fall forward. All right. Mind your manners. All right, I'm gonna cut that. I think that will help. Start filling in the sides. And again, I'm just trimming back the dead stuff. Something low in front. Start to add some of my heuchera leaves. Yeah, these are so lightweight. I don't know if they're gonna stick around. If there's any wind, they'll probably skip town. I don't know about you guys, but I know the Ikebana frog arrangements are all the rage. I'm just not a fan of seeing the actual frog. I don't know. Maybe it's just cover your mechanics has been drilled in my head for so many years, but I don't like it. I've done it. I don't know if something doesn't sit right with me, but maybe that's just something I'm gonna have to get over. All right. Go short in the back. God, look at the stem length on some of these. I mean, this guy is easily 12 inches tall. And this guy's leaning too. I don't have any wires with me here, but just know you absolutely can wire pansies. I've done it in several other arrangements, but you just go through the bottom there. I think I used a 22 gauge, but they wire really nicely. I think because their stems are hollow. Yeah, that's not gonna. Oh, the colors on these are just exquisite. Look at that. And these watercolor pansies came from a plant that has probably been on my greenhouse bench for a couple years. So I overwinter it in the greenhouse, and then this spring it just started pushing out all these gorgeous blooms. And frankly, when they start blooming for me in February, come April, they're kind of done. They're getting really leggy. It's kind of like their April is everyone else's July. So they're kind of petered out. But I'm hoping to collect some seed from them this year because from what I understand, pansies come pretty true from seed. So I'll do that and get some more. I may do a seed sale in the fall if I can gather enough seed. Ooh, there's another really brilliant colored one. I'll try to get one coming out in front, get some forward movement. Out to the side and front. So pretty. All right, my final pansy. I'm gonna go low. I feel like everything is all at the same height. I really want to jog the different heights. All right, so there you have it. And that is probably with, I don't know, maybe 20 pansy stems. But if you ask me, that's a solid little arrangement, say at a bar or maybe a cocktail table, or even if you've got like a bud vase type wedding where you want smaller ones down the center of a table. God, 3 or 4 of these would be gorgeous. I'll take some pictures and post them right after. But there you have it, little pansy arrangement.